kind of got into haunted dolls, so we thought, let's get a haunted doll. So we looked on eBay, and there was this haunted doll for sale from this lady, and everything seemed very reputable and very realistic about this.
And it was sold as a haunted doll, right?
Exactly. That's how she advertised it, and talked about some of the manifestations that occurred around the doll, and we were like, yes, got to have that. We want that. So we bought the haunted doll, got her home, and she was delivered to us and got her home, and there was a definite energy about her, a definite strength and energy about her, and there were a few physical manifestations that we had, and we would talk to her and welcome her to the home and make her at home, make her at peace and all that type of thing, because obviously there was some spirit living there in her. And one night I had this dream, and the doll came to me in the dream and said, "You've been so kind to me and so helpful, and thank you for releasing me. I'm going to go now," and went up in flames, literally just poof, went up in flames and vanished in the dream. And I was like, wow, that's bizarre. So the next day, I got up and I had the doll in my office, and it seemed like the doll was just lifeless, just a regular doll. It didn't seem like there was any energy or anything there. And I opened up my email, and I had an email from this woman. And she said, "I wanted to make sure that you're okay. No fire has occurred in your house, or your house hasn't burned down or anything." She said, "I dreamed about the doll last night, and that the doll went up in flames."
How could someone like you, who is so psychically inclined, get zapped with so many ghost stories like this?
Oh, that's easy. I have to pay the bills, and I have to focus on calling for the service for the hot water heater. I have to answer client emails. I have to do this. So my attention is not always 100% on the other side. I have to split my focus. I have to fix breakfast or, do whatever just like everybody else does. So in that process, it can be easy to get blindsided psychically. So.
Absolutely. My gosh. Yeah. Now, what about, you have some real manifestations of haunted camera stories. What were they?
Oh, man, those are just really great, George. I'll tell you, the first one concerns a literal real camera, and it's a 35-millimeter camera. It was the very first 35-millimeter camera I ever owned, and it took really great photos, and I was becoming a good photographer with it. And one night we had this little seance, little circle, and I decided to try some ghost photography, spirit photography. So we all agreed that a woman had come and attended our circle in spirit, and we all described her the same way, so we knew we were picking up on the same spirit, same entity. And I took the camera and I put it toward her, and I said, "I want to take your picture." And everybody else there said, "John, she doesn't want you to take that picture." And I was like, "Well, I want to get this shot, so excuse me, ma'am, but I really want you to manifest on film." And again, they said, "John, she doesn't want you to take that picture." But I took the pictures anyway. So this is a film camera back in the days of film before digital.
What's film?
Yeah, really. And what happens next, if you know anything about film cameras, is literally physically impossible, because I would hit the film advance lever, and the everything would spin, the numbers would advance and everything else, but I could feel that the film had not advanced in the camera. And I hit the lever again, and it wouldn't advance, even though everything else was working. And I went in some darkness and opened up the back of the camera, looked, sure enough, it was on the exact same frame as when I had shot her. So the camera literally just would not work. The film would not advance. And so I tried a few more times to take a picture, and everybody told me, they said, "Okay, tell her I'm sorry, tell her I'm going to stop. I'm not going to take any more pictures." I told her that. I said, "Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have tried to take the picture when you didn't want me to," and everybody said not to. And they said, "Now the camera will work again. Try it." And I did, and the camera worked.
Listen to more Coast to Coast AM every weeknight at 1 a.m. Eastern, and go to coasttocoastam.com for more.
We've all felt left out. And for people who move to this country, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
I want to get back to kissing the cheeks of my grandbabies, making Sunday dinner with a house full of family and lots of laughs.
COVID-19 has changed how we live and how we feel. But now, there are vaccines. And they are the very first step that let us get back to what we miss most. It's okay to have questions.
Is it safe?
Should I wait?
Now, get the facts. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when vaccines are available to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Courage. I learned it from my adoptive mom. Hold my hand.
You hold my hand. Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.